Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Jujutsu Kaisen. I almost forgot the name again. Last time around we had Kyoto Sister School Exchange Event Group Battle 2, where basically we had Panda versus Mekamaru, which you would think would be completely uninteresting, a battle of side characters we barely know. Evidently, it was one of the greatest shonen fights of all time, honestly. It was great. It was definitely the best fight we've had all season, so yeah. Panda revealed that he has multiple curse cores within him, and so he has a panda, he has a gorilla, and a secret third one that we don't know about. And so he used the gorilla core to face Mekamaru in this great epic shonen battle, and at the end he was victorious, and he was able to connect with Mekamaru, which was pretty cool. And that's pretty much where we left it, other than we had a tease of Miwa versus Maki. So, yeah, that was pretty much that. But it was a great episode, a lot of fun, and I'm curious to see where we are going this time. So, like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Here we go. I still hate them. They're still awful people. Mai and Jinx. I can't remember her name. Just because you give them a sad backstory doesn't mean I'm not going to hate them, you know? This is one thing I kind of hate in anime, you know? Which, weirdly, I mean, it's kind of funny that the only anime, the anime that does this, all the time is Demon Slayer, yet somehow it doesn't bother me in Demon Slayer. I don't know why. Maybe because they're already dead. I don't know. Maybe it's because the villains have to remember their own backstory. I don't know. But I hate this thing. I hate this trope in anime where you have the most unlikable character, and for multiple episodes we're sitting here oh my god, I hate this character. Just freaking, someone just give him a swift kick and just knock him down, you know? And then here's their sad, tragic backstory. That's why you were actually the jerk for hating them. And it's screw you! Screw you! No, I still hate Mai. Are you kidding? And it's exactly, I mean, I'm so glad Kugisaki basically said that. Whereas, yeah, no matter what her hardships are, she's still a bitch. You know who went through all those hardships and didn't come out a complete bitch? Maki. That's the other thing. It's not only that that's not enough justification for me to feel bad for Mai. The fact is, you had someone who did the exact same thing, went through the exact same things, and is way more likable because we have Maki. Maki's great, you know? And you can't even make this a gender thing of no, this happens with male characters too, where they show you this male character and he's just awful and you hate him. And then here's his sad backstory we're going to tell you for 10 minutes and suddenly, and it's no, I'm not, no. Just because you had a hard time doesn't give you a pass for being an asshole, you know? Because it's not like, well, they went through all this suffering and then because of that they weren't an asshole anymore. It's no, she's still an asshole to Maki and Nobara. Don't even. By the way, can we just talk about Jutsu Sorcerers 2? What's the point, you know? I don't get these, clans that are so far up their own anuses. It's you're literally only there to kill cursed spirits, you know? I don't know. But I mean, I guess you could say it's the same thing, in One Punch Man or My Hero, where it's these heroes with big heads. Adjusting my shirt, gotta do the Picard maneuver. You get these heroes with big heads, and it's but you're supposed to just be a hero, just taking down, villains and stuff. But I mean, it's the same thing of like when they talked about the sponsor thing in Jujutsu Kaisen, where it's like, oh, you need to get like sponsorships or whatever, and you need to like network with other jutsu sorcerers. Like, what are you talking about? Networking with other jutsu sorcerers, and you have to, so that you can get money. What money? You're jutsu sorcerers. Nobody knows you exist. That is one thing. Again, going to Demon Slayer, where Demon Slayer I feel like makes more sense. Where like Demon Slayers are just Demon Slayers. Like, yes, you can have connections like to a Hashira or a former Hashira, but at the same time, you're also just like, you're honestly just like evaluated on how good you are as a Demon Slayer, And yes, there are Demon Slayers that like hate Tanjiro, but it's not because like, oh, he's a weakling with no status or anything. No, it's because he has a friggin' demon with him. Because his sister's a demon and he's protecting her, So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I guess Demon Slayer also did that with Genya. Where it's like, here's this guy who was just always an asshole, and then they gave him a sad backstory. At least with that one, at least in the case of like Genya and Demon Slayer, Tanjiro was always such a good guy to him, Like, the reason I feel bad is not because, oh, he has a tragic backstory, but, oh, I'm not being as good a person as Tanjiro is, That's sort of the difference. Poor friggin' Miwa is just in the worst. And why is it, too, that it's specifically the Kyoto school that's garbage, Like, the only good person at Kyoto is Miwa, Like, she's the only one who seems just like a nice person, And meanwhile in Tokyo, they all get along so well. I mean, I guess we haven't seen the third years, but all of them, like, they get along. The second and first years get along, I like that scene that shows that immediately there's now a trio of goofiness, because there's Panda, there's Nobara, and now there's Itadori, It's like, I'm so glad. It's like, oh, good, they can just be goofs together. Like, that's great. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I do also like that Miwa asked about Maki, but she asked Mai. So Mai is like, oh, she's an utter weakling and completely, worthless. And Miwa's just like, oh, good, I can deal with that. And then she gets into the fight. It's like, dang it, I was lied to. This poor girl, poor Miwa. Oh my god, if this ended with Miwa transferring to Tokyo High and we just left all of the characters in Kyoto forever and just never went back to them, I would be so happy. Like, I mean, I guess Mekamaru is okay, Mekamaru's okay. Toto has his brighter moments, Toto has his brighter moments. Like, I can at least kind of understand Toto, but I mean, right here, I paused the preview just after the Jujutsu stroll, but I can't get it exactly, so I always get like the first like half second basically. But it shows the friggin' dude, the freaking guy from the clan, not that clan, no, one of the Jujutsu sorcery clans, but it's the guy that always keeps his eyes closed. He's like, and I'm just like looking at him, and I'm like, man, this guy already sucks. I don't care anything about him, I don't know. It's, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know why it's like, I don't suffer fools, even with Mai and her backstory. And I get it. She had this horrible upbringing, and then she feels like Maki left her and betrayed her and everything. So she was forced to become a jutsu sorcerer, even though she didn't want to. She just wanted to be, she would have been content as a servant. That's great. You're still a bitch. Like, I can't. Sorry. Like, you could have been a jutsu sorcerer and not been a bitch. What a concept. Because it's not just that she hates Maki. She also hates Nobara. And she's also cruel to Miwa, you know? To the other people at Kyoto High. So, it's like, I really can't abide with this. Like, I can't deal with this. Like, no. No. I don't care about your sad backstory if it doesn't inform anything, you know? But maybe she'll get better now because Maki kicked the crap out of her with Miwa. So I do like she kept Miwa's sword. Like, that was funny. I hope Miwa gets it back. I assume at the end it also said that Miwa is out as well. I saw that. I saw it said Maya Nobara, which kind of a shame for Nobara. I mean, she almost beat Jinx, so that's at least good. I'm glad of that. Like, she got really close, but at the same time, I'm like, man, I'm starting to get worried, man. I'm starting to think these characters, they're going to be forgotten, especially Nobara. I feel like she's going to be forgotten at some point in this show, you know? And Nobara basically just screams My Hero Academia, where if you're not Deku, Bakugo, or Todoroki, you are forgotten. Ida out, Uraraka gone, you know? And I'm very scared that that's going to happen on this show, you know? And I don't want that to happen, you know? And it, like, vaguely happened on, like, Demon Slayer. But I think that was just for one arc. I think we're going to get back to the boys on that one, so yeah, I'm really hoping this doesn't go the way of My Hero, you know, for multiple reasons, but also just for that, just for getting characters. So hopefully, I guess where we last saw the clan leader guy, that's just what I'm going to call him now. Where we last saw the clan leader guy, he was facing Fushiguro. So hopefully we get a good Fushiguro fight. I mean, he seems to be the one where it's like the plot is very close to forgetting about Fushiguro, but every so often you just get a little bit of like, no wait, we still care about this guy, which I hope so, because he's such an interesting character, you know? But it's mainly just the fact that Sukuna also is really interested in Fushiguro. It's like, okay, yes, please, let's keep these characters, so I don't know. Other than that, it's a fine episode. Not as hype as Panda versus Mekamaru, but that is a very high bar we have now set. So, all other fights, like, that is basically the fight to beat now in Jujutsu Kaisen, is Panda versus Mekamaru, which is ridiculous, you know? But yeah. What do you guys think? Am I wrong? Tell me down in the comments. I could be entirely wrong. I don't know. I feel like I might have some hot takes when it comes to Jujutsu Kaisen, which, I don't know. It's just, I know, and see, this is such a weird thing, because I hear so much crap about Demon Slayer online, but man, I feel like Demon Slayer kind of gets things right, you know? It's just so weird. It's so weird that I think that, and then I watch Jujutsu Kaisen, which everyone and their mother loves Jujutsu, well, I don't know if their mother loves anime, I guess, but so many people love Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm out here being a naysayer, but I don't know. That's pretty much it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Jujutsu Kaisen reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.